Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
I don't know about you, but there's a lot of things in the Bible that I don't completely understand. Even after studying a passage and reading commentaries of what other people have said about it, I know that the understanding is just beyond my capabilities. I can struggle over a passage for days or even weeks and still not get it. Some people who have that problem give up and just quit reading the Bible altogether. It's too difficult. I don't understand it. I'm going on to something else that doesn't tax my brain as much. Now, sometimes laying aside a difficult passage and coming back to it later does give us fresh eyes and a different perspective, but it's never an excuse to stop studying the Bible for ourselves. What does the Bible say to do when we don't understand? James 1:5 says, "If any of you lack wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." In fact, the Bible encourages us to cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding, because the Lord is the source of all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. In Matthew 13, Jesus tells some parables that the disciples don't understand. So when Jesus sent the multitudes away, they asked him, "Explain the parable of the tares of the field. We don't get it." And he did. All they had to do was ask. God wants us to ask when we don't understand things too. Whether it's a difficult passage we're studying in the Bible or something we've heard 100 times and think we understand. In my Bible study group, I encourage my ladies to pray before even opening their Bible. Ask God for understanding of His Word. Ask Him to show you how to apply it in your everyday life. This asking can extend to other things as well. Things happen that we don't understand. We can't see how God is working. I know when my children were younger, there were two different ways that they asked why. One was whiny and rebellious, and it sounded kind of like, "Why?" That said to me, "Why are you making me do this when you know I don't want to?" The other why was respectful and wanting to work with me. It said to me, "What is your reasoning behind asking me to do this?" It was like they wanted to be on the same page. Their attitude in asking usually affected my answer. The only answer they'd get from the first why was, "Because I said so." But I'd usually explain my reasoning if they asked respectfully. Job asked God why in many different ways. In the book of Job, we don't see him answered directly. But since someone wrote it down, it makes sense that God did finally explain the original circumstances to him. But maybe he died not knowing. And that's okay. We're not always going to understand things that God says and does, even if we ask. Sometimes our brains just can't handle it. Sometimes He knows that we just need to trust Him by faith. But we can always cling to what we know. God is always good, and He's always right, and He's always in control. And on a need-to-know basis, we don't always need to know. But it never hurts to ask.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.